Okay, let's try it.
Okay,
I'm never good at remembering things.
that's fine.
Okay. Hello everyone, my name is Paula. I am from Bal in County Mayo in the west of Ireland. I can't remember what I was saying.
That's okay.
I want to ask you a question. What does it mean to be a woman? Femininity in our culture today is probably most accurately described as a war zone. Some people will say to be feminine, you're strong and you're capable and you're independent.
Men and women should have equal rights and opportunities.
Other trenches will tell you that women are beautiful and that's something inherent about a woman, but another trench will tell you, here are all of the things that you have to buy and you have to be in order to be beautiful. You have all of these messages constantly flying at you from all of these different trenches, and then so many women are just left wondering what is femininity. There's a growing number of people who are coming to the no man's land, and in many ways I think that that's what Catholic femininity is. It's the no man's land. It's the understanding that femininity is wild. It can't be tamed, it can't be defined. Every woman lives her femininity completely differently, and that's the beauty of it, is that these trenches, they're not real. They're us trying to understand who we are, but the beauty of femininity is that it is just so beautifully diverse.
Sweet.
Okay.
Are my eyes level like this?
Perfect.
Okay, so when I was a child, both my parents were absolutely phenomenal, but I have countless memories of my dad and his fatherly love for me. Especially every single night, my dad would have me sit down on his lap and we would always read together. So I didn't learn how to spell my own name until I was like 9 years old. And so reading with my dad was one of the hardest things he could possibly have made me done, but he would do it every single night. He would pick me up, put me in his lap, and we would open up the book that we were going through, and he would make us go through it. And every single time we started the book, he knew the amount of times I would mess up and the amount of times I'd probably stomp my feet at him or tell him no. But he'd always pick me up and always encourage me to read. And every time I said, I don't want to read anymore, or I can't read, he'd make me say, I can read 10 times over again. A few months ago, there was a bit of prayer time when we reflected on God the Father's love, and I realized how hard it was for me to accept God the Father's love. And for most people, it can be because of a cross that they carried of a father who didn't love them properly. But for me, it was the fact that I couldn't imagine that anyone else in the world loves me more than my earthly father. And at that moment, I realized that God the Father actually does. He has more love and more patience, and he encourages me even more than my earthly father. And it was something that I cannot comprehend now, and that is like the moment that I realized how loving God the Father is.
So in all this talk on womanhood and what it is to be a woman and what femininity means, it's really important that we draw it back to God the Father and God the Father's love. Our identity is in him. It's in our, reality as his daughters. We are daughters of the God that created this universe, the God who loves us, the God who sent his only son to redeem us. And without that, we can't understand who we are, we can't understand what womanhood is, because that is central to it.